Transformers reviews, tech in the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
Welcome, this is Influence, and we have a battle. Okay, I'm a little misleading on that title. It's not really a battle. I'm just gonna go over the 4 straps that I have. Really, this is just, we'll go over that real quick. This doesn't really compare to these that I have here. They're all kind of different looking, but all the same. You know how that goes. Once a design's out there, people use this same design. I mean, it's inevitable. Like every single one of these has kind of like the same style, the same plastic. So I'm just going to talk about them. I'm not really going to battle them because they're all great straps to me. They all work. They all provide a level of comfort that is 100 times better than what comes with the VR. What comes with the Quest 2, I should say. VR is such a, I hear people say that all the time, like VR. The Quest 2, because VR is just a broad thing. So this is just the AMVR zero gravity strap that goes on. This is the existing strap that comes with the Quest 2. That is trash. The Quest 2 initial strap is probably the most uncomfortable strap I've used. But this saved me in the beginning. If you want the cheapest way to make your Quest 2 more comfortable, it would be the AMVR strap. The little zero gravity thing. And it's actually just this right here, plastic. I think I did a review on it. I'm not 100% sure, but there'll be links in the description for all this stuff and everything that I talk about today. So there's that. We'll leave that behind. We have the Quest VR strap. A lot of you guys have been asking me about this. I don't know if they're running a campaign or something, but I see a lot of people asking me about this strap. So I will get into it. We have the Selenko. I think Selenko is how you pronounce it. Battery holder strap, which this does something different than these two. And then we had the Bobo VR strap with pituitary. I think I'm gonna leave that in too. Pituitary battery pack. You know, it's not a strap-on battery. It's a battery that they make to fit on here that's magnetic. So first, let's get into like all of these straps, the head straps. They're all basically the same. They have a strap that go up here on your forehead, so it alleviates some of that pressure. I like those straps because that's what I'm most used to with the, I think the PlayStation VR was the most used VR system that I had. So I'm so used to that. And it just distributes the weight well. So this does that well. This is the Quest, by the way. It should be on screen. You got nice soft pad. I know some people complain because it's flimsy right here. It is flimsy, but I think you want it to be flimsy because it gives that little bit of give. That's what my opinion is. Now, also question with the Quest is, has it still been holding up? I can't say because I've been using all these straps. I switched back to the Quest a couple nights ago just to see, because people were asking. I know I was doing this video. I just wanted to make sure it was still, you know, it's still, everything's still tight. You got this little strap over here that you can use to, it's like the top strap. You can use it, you don't have to use it. You can try to, I would advise you to use it because it keeps it balanced. But you got this. This has been very good. It held up for the longest time that I've used it. You know, I probably used it like maybe a month. And then I started getting these other straps. And to be clear, I think I said it in the video as well that they sent me this just to try. And I do like it though. But that would not, you know, that's not going to taint what I'm going to say about it or what I wouldn't say about it. So I can say the Norquest, this seems very sturdy, even more sturdier than this, and even more, somewhat more sturdier than this, but they feel like they could be on the same level. It actually feels more sturdier than this one right here. And they all pretty much go on to the same way. One of the advantages of this is very short, so you can push it on or off. Don't push it all the way. It says not to, but you can adjust it better, and there's nothing covering anything. These right here have some covers that cover up. And I found some muffling with this. Now, I didn't get into this yet because this is like kind of a niche one. Now, the reason for this is because of the extra battery. And the extra battery actually counters the weight and you don't have to do anything. I think that was my main reason for not using this, which is the Norquest, is because I had a battery holder strapped to here and it just wasn't comfortable to strap the battery holder. Without the battery holder, it was 100% great, but I just played too long. If you're not going to play longer than 2 hours, this is 100% acceptable. And that's where I come into one of the reasons why I switched, or why I keep switching, because I'm trying to find the best solution, the most comfortable solution, and to play the longest, which means I need an extra battery. So that's the only reason. And again, I had a battery pack strapped to this, a big battery pack, which was half of the reason why it wasn't comfortable, because the battery pack was so big. But the other reason is because it just, it's just bulky. It's just bulky. So then comes into play this with the battery holder. So that's another option that you can have. And it actually has, what I like about this, besides the battery holder, I don't like using extra battery, to tell you the truth. Now that I've used it for some time, I use it without the battery and it's fine and it's great. And what I like about it is the support up here. And it's very nice, like has a nice feel. The back, of course, is supportive, but all of these are. The back is very soft and supportive on all the straps. But this has like that extra, even though you can have the strap for the extra, but it just gives me some extra weight distribution. Now, like I said, I don't like using the battery pack in it. I don't know. I just don't like using the extra battery pack. It just doesn't feel the greatest. Now, it's fine. And like I said, if I were to glue this, it wouldn't move as much. I said that in my review, that it moves a little bit. But that's about it. I actually like the back very well. But again, these sides are flimsy, but they got to be flimsy. They should be flimsy to move. You don't want them too rigid. Just like over here, it's flimsy. This is flimsy plastic, same type of plastic on all these right here. So it can break. I hear people complain about breakage on some of them and they're cheap. I don't think that makes them cheap. I think the breakage is due to just people being rough on it. Now, I understand some straps may just be super, super cheap and just break, but I don't know. Again, this is a little more pricier because of the battery, and it comes with a battery though. So that's a extra incentive, and that's my main point. It also has these up here that kind of help with weight distribution in this forehead or upper head, I guess, frontal lobe type of deal. It's fine. It's fine. Just like all of them are fine. But again, everybody's head is somewhat different. So the backs of these are all kind of different. This is a little smaller, and I heard people say with the Bobo that it kind of lifts up on their head and they got to readjust it, which is true. You do have to readjust it sometimes. It doesn't bother me. That's just a nitpick for me. Some people it might bother because it is a little more rounded. Now, if you have a smaller head, I don't know how big or small my head is compared to other people's heads, but I don't think I have a small head. So if you had a smaller head, it might fit better, or a little more crown in the back. Like, you know, some people have a little bit more roundness back there, a little cliff going on. I don't know what it's called technically, but it may fit better. Now this fits great. Like, I like the way this back fits, and this part can be taken off. So I may even mix and match a few. I don't know. But that might go on. That might happen. Who knows? But yeah, like I was saying, this back is like really wide, so it actually fits a little better back there for me. But again, I told you I like this with the extra battery. Now this has a totally different type of system, and I think this just fits in the back of your crown, and it doesn't come up because it is thinner. But it can be a little bit more uncomfortable for some folks, I believe. Just in case you know your head is different, and I think that's the biggest trouble with all of these straps, or all the straps in general. I think people are looking for a great head strap, and I just don't think everybody's head is the same. So it kind of requires some experimentation. If they could come out with a strap, and granted, these have a lot of adjustability, but if they could come out with a strap with like 3 different backs, like one really wide. I know it might be expensive for the company to do that, and the strap may be a little bit more expensive than other straps, that I would be okay with. I mean, it won't be as expensive as buying 3 different straps or 4 different straps, which I had bought. These 2 were sent to me by the company. But again, if you're buying all these straps trying to figure out what fits your head and what doesn't, it does get kind of expensive for one. But that's the only thing I can stress, that everybody is different. Everybody's head shape is different. Just like with the actual VR itself, you have just the eyes. Like everybody has a different type of head. So every strap is not going to be great for everybody. My advice, to be fair, I would start out, if you're just getting in the game, if you're just getting in the Quest 2 game, I would start out with like something like this. I think this is super cheap. I forget how much it was. I know it's cheaper than the big head straps. So if you're just starting out, I would start out with this. It will make it infinitely more comfortable. But then I would move on to maybe one of these straps, or maybe you can find something else. There's a million straps out there. That's the other thing. There's so many to choose from. And they're all, to tell you the truth, basically the same type of design, but they just have different, like some have different points. And I didn't point out, I forgot to point out. No, they're pretty much, I was trying to see, like there's different, it's kind of at a different angle, but it's not that, it's negligible, the angle it's in. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whatever you choose, whatever's the most comfortable for you, you have to adjust it. You have to do a lot of adjusting, no matter what strap you get, in order to make it comfortable. But I believe you can make any of these as comfortable as possible. So that's it for this video. I'm not sure if I helped anybody. I know people was asking about the longevity. That's one thing I cannot speak on. I'm sorry. I can't speak on the longevity of any of these, because I haven't had the VR under a year for one. I would hope these last longer than a year. I know tech is tech. Tech doesn't last longer than a year sometimes. Hardware should last a little longer, but again, you don't know. I don't know, because I'm not using these on a consistent basis 24 hours a day. And my guess is you probably won't either. Once you start getting into the Quest, if you start playing a lot, you'll probably look and want some more accessories and want different accessories and want to try out a different head accessory or a head strap or whatever. So I think most people would want to just try out a couple different ones. Again, if you strap for cash, go with the cheapest route first. Sometimes it doesn't pay off because you know, you're buying more stuff, but sometimes you go with the cheaper route first. That's what I did, and I used that for some time until I got into more expensive head straps. So I'm sure I didn't help many people because I'm basically saying all these straps are good, and that's my experience. I can't give you anything that I don't have. Like I said, I'm picking this one over any of them just because of the functionality. I like having a built-in battery. I like having the extended time. I like having the built-in USB-C that goes in the side, and it's just the right amount of length because they thought about that. That's it. That's why I'm picking this. It's not for better or worse. And like I said, actually this dial sometimes doesn't feel like the greatest dial. I would say the Neewer Quest VR kind of feels like it's snappier. And this dial, when I first got it, didn't feel the greatest. It felt kind of loose, but it's never come loose. So again, I can't say which is which. Like I can't say, you know, I can say that the Neewer dial feels a little better, the teeth, but again, it could break tomorrow using it, and this might last forever. When I'm saying it doesn't feel like it's biting as much. But again, I never had any issue with any of them. All right, so I'm just gonna keep going on and rambling. So I'm gonna bring this video to a close, and I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate the questions in the comments, and leave me leave me questions in the comments. I'm pretty sure you'll have them because I don't think I answered much. And it's not even that I didn't answer much, but like I said, I'm using all 3 straps. I'm changing them. I can say one thing, changing them out, I've had no breakage on anything. So there's that. All right, thanks again for watching. And this is Influence. Enjoy your day greatly. Peace.
Life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.